just give you all a recap. Like I started what is meant by business. No, we define what is business, and you all know business refers to what is the words we used? Any economic activity. No, so what are economic activities, guys? I taught you all that also. Economic activities are what? Whatever the business do using what resources are limited resources. So example for economic activities are what, guys? Production, exchange, and consumption. Right? Okay. Of that, why business involved in economic activities? Because using the resources we involve in this to fulfill what? To fulfill human what? Needs and wants. Yes. To fulfill human needs and wants. Then I taught you all to fulfill the needs and wants, they have to give something in return. Right? How to fulfill needs and wants? Or the business should provide what? Something called goods and services. So why they do business? Why they do business? Because they have a motive. Motive could be what? It could be profit motive or non-profit motive. This is what we learn. And then I said we'll be learning about needs and wants. So what I did, I gave you all the definition of needs and wants, and I gave you all the differences, around 6 to 7 differences we wrote. At school you all started, no? You started, no? So they would have done the same thing. So you would have written the same differences, but the meaning is only important. Nara simple complex gahaddi kila denne mokada ogalango tohe liyනවා. What කරලා තියෙනවා ටිකනේ. Right. Now look, what is the next thing we should do, guys? Okay, right? You all know the we used the word called what? Goods and services. Did I give a note for goods and services last class? No, right? So let's write down for that, right? Okay. So I'll write down. Right? I'll write down. Goods refers to goods refers to the tangible outputs, the tangible tangible, right? The tangible outputs. Goods refers to the tangible outputs, right? Tangible outputs, right? Which are offered by businesses, which are offered by businesses in order to fulfill human needs and wants. In order to fulfill human needs and wants, right? Example, I'd say me some goods, guys. Okay, easy, very simple example. All right, pen, stationery, same under stationaries. Example, stationaries, comma, food items, comma, furnitures, comma, jewelries, and ready-made clothing, etc. And ready-made clothing, etc. And ready-made clothing, etc. Right. So you all know, guys. Okay, what is it? We are learning. You all know to fulfill the needs and wants, we have to provide goods and services. So you are going to learn what is this goods and what is services. So goods ke like what do you mean by goods? Main thing is these are what, guys? These are the tangible things. What is tangible in English? What is tangible? You can touch. So this is a good because you can touch. Now I am teaching here. No, I am teaching for you to fulfill your need and want. Right now, what is your need? Education. Want is what? Commerce subject. Is it clear? I mean business and accounting studies. So can you touch my teaching? You can touch me. You can touch me. Onna maya avilla allanda. Can you touch my teaching? Bad. Ito services are what? Services are intangible outputs. Is it clear? Goods are tangible කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් මම කතා කරද්දි බෙලුන් වගේ මෙහෙම යනවාද වචන ටික පේන්නේ නැහැ. You can't. So if you can't touch, you can't see it also, right? If you can touch, you can see. If you can't touch, you can't see. So I'll write down in that next මේකේ දීලා තියෙන කියලා right? Next paragraph එකේ services refers to services refers to services refers to the intangible services refers to the intangible services refers to the intangible output which are provided by the business to fulfill to fulfill to fulfill human needs and wants. Example, you can write, we'll start with teaching, guys. No, teaching, right? Teaching, comma, healthcare service, healthcare service, teaching, comma, healthcare service, comma, communication service, etc. Right, guys. So same, you all know. Look, if any of your friend asks like, what is meant by business, you all can explain them. Know what is business? Business refers to anything we do to fulfill human needs and wants. Simple definition. But if you want to expand the definition, how are you going to say? Business refers to any what activities? Last week when I asked, I mean before 2 weeks back when I asked, means you said you didn't start yet. You had started, right? No, but you started last week. No, so they taught you the same word. No, economic activity, but කියලා දුන්නද what is economic activity කියලා දුන්නද නෑ හැබැයි කරනවා business refers to any. Now if you ask one of your friend මචං මේ business කියන්නේ මොකද්ද, he will say business refers to any economic activity. ඉතර තට්ටුවක් දාලා අහන්න economic activity කියන්නේ මොකද්ද දන්නේ නෑ බා. So you know why we call it as economic activity, because we use what resources, scarce resources. No, another word for scarce resource only economic resource. So business, the I said to your last class, I won't sell anything which is available freely, no guys. නේ පාරේ තියෙන ගල් කැට විකුණන්න පුළුවන්ද මට ගන්නෙ නෑ ඇයි it's available මං කිය මහවැලි ගඟේ වතුර විකුණන්න පුළුවන්ද can I sell the river water from Mahavali river can't guy it is freely available. So if I want to sell something I should sell something which is not freely available. So I can't just bring the resource and sell. No, I have to do something with that. So what we do, we produce. Exchange means buying and selling, consume means using, right? So why we do business, guys? Because we have a motive. So finally what is business all about? Fulfilling customer needs and wants. For that we should provide what? Goods and services. So now you know what is goods and what is services too. So now there is a table given there. Like we studied the differences between needs and wants, we have to learn the differences between what? Goods and services. මේ දෙකෙත් වෙනස ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. So let's see, guys. Okay, what are the differences? You know the first difference itself. What is it? I said goods are you can touch, services you can't touch. So write the first difference. Goods tangible, services intangible. Goods tangible, services intangible. Tangible, services intangible. Next one you write. Next one, guys, if you can touch something you also can see. Do you all agree? If you can touch something you also can See, so what is it, guys? Okay, all write down. If what do we call, what do you call for you can see, guys? Now I can say right now, can touch, cannot touch. But wait, what is the term we use? Tangible, intangible. What do we call? Can see, cannot see. What do we write? Visible and invisible. Write down, guys. Okay, visible, invisible. So first one was tangible and intangible. Second one visible, invisible. Right. Let's go for another difference, guys. Look, right now. Look, can I use this marker to marker හිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? Can? Yes, can නේ. That means මේක දැන් අද පන්තිට ආපු නැතිට ඇවිල්ලා මම අද උගන්වපු දේ හෙට ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. ඔයාගේ සර් රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් තියෙනවා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඩවුට්ස් එහෙම අහලා ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. ඩොක්ටර් ගාව යන්න නැතුව ඔයාගේ සර්විස් එක හෙට ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ. Right? That means what? If you can touch something and if you can see something, you can store. So what is it? Can store. But services what, guys? Cannot store, right? So another difference is what? Goods can store or can be stored, cannot be stored, right? Can store, cannot store, right? Right. So goods has a physical shape. Physical අල්ලන්න පුළුවන් නම් if you can touch something, guys, it has a shape. නේද? මේ මාකරේට shape එකක් තියෙනවා. Is it clear? But services, guys, දැන් මගේ teaching service ට shape එකක් තියෙනවද? No shape. So we call it as has a physical shape. What is it here? Does not have any, right? Does not have a physical shape. Does not have a physical shape. Right. Say me, guys, who is this? We'll say, guys, I have an atlas marker. Mangawa තියෙන marker atlas marker. Make atlas නේ. Make pilot marker. So if I have an atlas marker and I ask from you all, who is the producer atlas? The මේ marker අපි ගමුකෝ, this is pilot marker. The name is pilot, right? Okay. Who is the producer? This is produced in Japan, guys. Okay. Japan marker. Who is the owner? Mama. Is it clear? මගේනේ marker, guys. Okay. But services, my teaching, who is the producer? Me. Who is the owner? Me. No one can separate the service from me, but goods can be separated from the producer නේ. ඒකේ ඇවිල්ලා මොනවද ප්‍රොඩියුස් කරපු එකනාගේ මේ good එක අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can add කරන්න පුළුවන්, වෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්, but services cannot be separated. Okay. So next different you write for goods can be separated from the producer. Can be separated from the producer. දමාන මේ board එක තියෙන්නේ producer ගාවද? නෑ, guys. Okay. So this board is not with the producer, right? But teaching එක අනිවාර්යෙන් අර service එක දෙන එක්කෙනා ගාව තමයි තියෙන්නේ. So can be separated from the producer here. Cannot be separated. Right. So in the exam, if they ask, they will ask name two differences. නැත්තම් 3 තමයි අහන්නේ. They won't ask more than that. So next, one more thing you can write. One more thing you can write, guys. Okay. So you all know tangible, intangible, visible, invisible, can store, cannot store, has a physical shape, does not have physical shape, can be separated and cannot be separated. Another one difference we can understand in goods, what you know, like this. Now look, take this marker. Now you are going for a shop, and if you are buying the same marker, මේ size එකටම ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. මේ shape එකේ මේ color එකේම එකම good එක produce කරන්න පුළුවන්. Repeat kara kara. But look, guys, okay, I am teaching you last week and today when I am teaching, sometimes there can be a change in the order I am teaching. Or I am teaching somewhere else again. Grade 10 means පොඩ්ඩක් මම කියන අපි good service ලියලා ඊට පස්සේ යන් අපි needs wants ලියන්න. I can't produce the same service again and again and again. But the goods, similar goods can be produced. So you all write down, guys, okay? Similar goods can be produced. Here, similar service cannot be produced, right? So you know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 differences. Okay, last class we studied about needs and wants difference also, and today you all know you had learned about the difference between what goods and services too. Is that clear, guys? Okay, right? Ekat clear ka? Right? Okay. So look at the next heading given in the tute. What is it? It's about what? It's about list out some of the objectives of conducting business. So if I ask from you all, ඇයි අපි business කරන්නේ කියලා ඇහුවනම්, why we do business කියලා ඇහුවනම්, now කවුරු හරි කියලා මං ඇයි teach කරන්නේ කියලා, because I want to create educated students to the world එහෙමද? හිනා හිනා එහෙමද? නෑ නේ, අසහල් සල්ලි හම්බ කරන්න තමයි sir teach කරන්නේ නේද? Likewise everyone will do business due to some motive, no? It could be whatever the motive. සමහර කට self satisfaction. සමහර කට හිතන නෑ මට මිනිස්සුන්ට ඇවිල්ලා මෙහෙම goods දෙද්දි I have a satisfaction. එහෙම නැත්නම් හොබියක් විදිහටත් කරනවා. Right? So we will write down some of the objectives. Always number one objective is going to be, you all write down guys, number one you all write down. Number one, profit maximization. Number one is going to be profit maximization. Number two, increasing customer satisfaction. So I said profit maximization, and number two I said what, you know, increasing customer satisfaction. So look at this guys, even when teaching, what I think you all should understand well, and also I also should make money. Do you all agree? No? You all should understand well can mokada increase in customer satisfaction. Other one is profit maximization. Ehemat nattang you can write the word according to your book also, it is there what? Earning profit ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. So in front of these two, you all write in the exam, they might ask you what are the main objectives. There are many objectives guys. Main objectives ඇහුවනම් මේ දෙක විතරක් ලියන්න. You just write only these two. So look, if they ask you in the exam what are the objectives, you can write around 5 6. Okay, but if they ask what are the main objectives, it is what? Profit maximization and increasing customer satisfaction. Other than that, there are other objectives. We will write another 4 of the other objectives, and we'll call them as what? Not main objectives. May take achieve karanda. To achieve the main objectives, you also have to achieve this. So I'm going to call it as what objectives? Sub objectives. Is it clear? So main objectives can main deka. To achieve this, you also have to achieve what? Some other sub objectives. So you all write down here sales maximization, or maximizing the sales of the business, maximizing sales, maximizing sales, owner self satisfaction, maximizing sales, owners self satisfaction, right? Owners self satisfaction. Next one, generating employment opportunities, generating employment opportunities. Next one, increasing the quality of goods and services. I said owners self satisfaction, generating කියන්නේ creating, generating employment opportunities, generating employment opportunities. And next one, I said what? Increasing the quality of goods and services. What did I say the next one? Write down next one, increasing the quality of goods and services. Right, well, write one more thing, providing employee welfare, providing employee welfare, providing employee welfare. Yeah, that's enough, right? Okay, so look at this. We have two main objectives, and the others we can call it as what objectives, guys? Sub objectives, right? Okay, so main objective they are thin, or sub objectives are the remaining thing, right? Okay, right. So if you take the next heading, guys, guys, kochara easy the chapter egala. First chapter is actually nothing. We can complete it today itself. Last we did one class, and today is our second session here. Look, again I'll ask from you all, what is chapter number 1? Background of business. You all know what is business? You all know what is business? Or what is business? It's all about fulfilling human needs and wants. How to fulfill needs and wants? By providing goods and services. How to provide goods and services? Magic. Is it magic? No, obviously how to produce, exchange and consume. What do we call these activities? Economic activities. So why we call it as economic activities? Because we use what resources? Economic resource, which are known as limited resource. Why people do business? Because they have a motive. Right now what did we see? What are some of the objectives of business? Motives. So what is the what are main two objectives? Profit maximization and increasing customer. You can't do business. Now look at this, guys. If you don't understand, I can't do classes. If I don't make money also, I won't do classes. Other than that, what is it? These are known as the sub objectives. To make it achieve karanda, you have to focus on these two. Clear? Look at the next heading, guys, that is given. What is it? Yeah, when comes. Pause. Next heading in your tutor is what? Something called what? Factors of production. So I will teach you what is factors of production like this. Answer my questions, right? Okay. Say me, like always I take this example. To produce, we produce use we are going to bake a cake, guys. Cake what do you need to? So what is it? We are going to produce a cake. So I'm going to call the cake as, how the guys, the cake I'm going to use the word output. Now, are you all doing IT? IT is the compulsory subject now, no? IT IT input is what? Data. Yes or no? Then data process karandone. Output is what? Information. Learn, no? Likewise, output is cake, right? So this output only we studied as what, guys? Goods and services, right? But in this case, cake is what? Good or service? Cake dekamada? Nane cake again good. Because this is tangible. Is it clear? Right, cake hadanne kohomada kiyala man ahanne. So we call it as there is a process hadana vidiyak thiyena. I am asking from you all, what do we need to produce a cake? Monada kiyanne mokadda one kala cake hadanne? Flour, right? Okay, flour one. What else? කියාගෙන දාන ගෙදර කේක් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ළඟ ඉඳලා බලලා තියෙන sugar. Baking soda එහෙමද ඕනේද? Right, baking soda මොකක්ද ඕනේ? Water ඕනේ. Yes. Egg ඕනේ. I'm asking everything you need to make a cake. Cake හදන්න දැන් මෙතන cake හදන්න යන්නේ මොකුත් නැහැ. So we need a place actually, guys. තැනක් ඕනේ. We need the like oven එක ඕනේ නේද? we need a person හදන්න. නිකන් ඔක්කොම බඩු අරන් දුන්නට වැඩක් නැහැ නේ, guys. ඔගේ cake එක හැදෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. After we buy all these things, cake එක automatically හැදයිද? No, right? We can go on saying no. Everything you need is known as what, guys? Input. No, may input take in O level we can put under how many headings, you know? 4 headings known as land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, right? Okay, so land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship කියලාත් කියනවා entrepreneurship කියලාත් කියනවා. Why you know? Because it's not an English word, it's a French word. That's why I'm pronouncing it as what? Entrepreneurship. Sometimes we call it as entrepreneurship also. So you might think, so I can't understand this. Now here we can go on seeing a list නේ ලොකු list එකක් කියන්න යන්න බලන්න කේක් හදන්න. This list or the inputs you can put under how many categories? 4 categories. What is the first category, guys? Okay, land. Land means what? You know, ask from your English teacher, what is land? English teacher කියයි land means land, water is water, air is air, no. But in business studies, land means very simple. Hello, all natural resources used as input. Now for example, here look, I'll take the oven. Is oven natural resource? No, right? Then oven does not come under the category of what? Land. Opposite of natural resource is what? Artificial resources, or no? Natural resource එක opposite එක මොකක්ද? Artificial, no? But here we use the word same thing. We call it as what resource? Man made resources. You know what is artificial? දන්නවනේ? Artificial එක මොකක්ද? Man made. God made නම් natural. No? The river will natural, the land, the capital, the river water. Land. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Now this building, if I say it is what? Capital. Now when you are making this one, you need flour. Flour is natural or artificial? Flour is. It's not natural, no. ගහෙන් කඩන්නේ නෑනේ flour නේ. අර wheat එක අරන් තමයි flour වලට හරවන්න ඕනේ. So flour comes under what? Capital category. Is it clear? You need a bowl. Yes or no? Right? Then that also comes under what? Capital. Then what is labor, you know? The maker හදන්න එක්කෙනෙක් ඕනේ අපිට. Labor refers to not the person, guys. මෙන්න මෙයා දෙන effort, the effort that he provides. What effort he would provide? Now I am also teaching. Without writing also I can teach business studies, no? It's all about explanation, no? So there are two types of efforts. We call it as, one is mental effort and other one is what effort? Physical. What effort? Physical effort. One is mental effort, other one is what effort? What is mental effort? ඔළුවෙන් මම ඔයාලා principal use කරන්නේ mental effort නේද? දැන් security කියන gate එක open කරන්නේ මොන effort එකද ඕනේ? Physical effort. Carpenter එකට මොනවද ඕනේ effort එක ඕනේ? Physical effort. Now look, I am using, when I am writing I am using what effort? Physical effort. When I am teaching I use what effort? Mental effort. So what is labor? Don't write labor is the person who is working. Labor is the what? Effort of human being used in producing goods and services. So what is land? Everyone say me. What is meant by factors of production? Factors of production refers to all the inputs which are used in producing a good or services, or no? Then these factors of production could be classified under how many headings? 4 headings. If it is natural resource, what do we call? Land. Any natural thing we call it as land. So if I say now, what's your name? Name? If I say Ashik is swimming on the land, go to English teacher and say, teacher Ashik is swimming on the land කියලා. Ashik බීලා දින්න එකයි. Land එක swim කරන්න බෑනේ. But what, guys, okay, in business studies, even guys, okay, water is what resource? Natural resource. Air is what resource? Natural resource. So air is also land, water is also land in business studies, and not in English. In English, land when I, water when I, air when I. In business studies, any natural we call it as one land. Understood, guys? Okay, then there is a person who is involved in producing. Then basunnela, carpenter la emma me ගෙවල් හදද්දි they fall under what category? Labor. Why? They are using what? Their effort. How many efforts you all know? Mental effort and physical effort. Normally a teacher is mainly using what effort? Mental effort, right? But I also have to use some sort of physical effort tak use කරන්න ඕනේ. Then what is capital? Opposite of land. Anything which is not natural is artificial, no? So without writing the word artificial, we call it as what? Man-made resources. Is it clear? Right. Next thing, I'm going to write this term again. You might be wondering, so me මොකද්ද sir මේ වචනේ ගාලා කියලා. The next term is something called entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship කියලා වචනයක්. So look at the word here. This is actually combination of the word entrepreneur and ship. Entrepreneur is actually a person, guys. We call entrepreneurship is what he does. Now we will say there are two friends. අපි යාළුවෝ දෙන්නේ යාළුවෝ කියලා ගමු. හරි? So if I say you to stand up and you show the friend, you will say, "Meya tamai mage yaluwa, my friend." If I say show friendship, can you show friendship? Gila bada ganada, මෙහෙම තමයි friendship පෙන්නන්නේ කියලා. So friend you can show, you can't show. You will say so friendship ඇවිල්ලා, you can't show like that. That's the way we behave with each other. Clear? So same way then, right? Same way. Entrepreneur is the person. Entrepreneurship is what he does. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ ඔක්කොම අරන් දෙන්න එක්කෙනෙක් එන්න ඕනේ. In a construction site, you all say me quickly, right? ඉක්මනට කියන්න. I am going to construct a house. So what is our output? Our output is house. හොඳට අහගන්න. Our output is house. And the next thing I'm going to ask from you all is like this. If our output is house, I'm going to say the inputs. You have to say whether it is land, labor, capital or entrepreneurship, right? Okay, I'll start from you. Mason boss. Mason boss in labor. Why? He's using his effort. Then if I ask from you like carpenter, labor. I'll ask from you water, land. Very good. Sand, land. I'll ask from you bricks. Bricks I will natural. Bricks natural, land. Man-made මොනවද කියන්නේ? Capital කියලා කියන්නේ. Then let's say like this guys. Contracting දිනේ contract එයා ඇවිල්ලා වැඩ කරන්නේ. දැන් කාපෙන්ටර් වැඩ කරනවානේ. කාපෙන්ටර් will get salary. contractor ගියයි ඔයා ඒක මෙහෙම කරන්න. මෙහෙම කරන්න. සිමෙන්ති ඉවරයිනේ. ලොරි දෙයක් ගේන්න. හරි. මේක කරන්න. මෙහෙම කරන්න. හෙට මේක කරන්න. ඔය දෙන්න මොනවද එතන කරන්නේ ගිහලා අර වැඩේ කරන්න. What is he doing? He's controlling the other resources. No. That is only we call it as what? Entrepreneurship. Then he is known as what? Entrepreneur. Is it clear? May take a then if you go for a hotel, uyanne kawuda guys? Chef line now යන්න. හරි. හැබැයි main chef කවදාකවත් උයන්නේ නැහැ. නැත්නම් අපි wedding house එකක් ගත්තා නම් කෝකිනේ කියන්නේ. කෝකි උයන්නේ නැහැ. එයා ආවිලා එතන ඉඳන් ඔයා එක් කරන්න අර කපන්න. එයා පොඩ්ඩක් ගිහලා රහ බල්ලයි මෙහෙම. පොඩ්ඩක් ලුණු මදි. තව දාන්න. What is he doing? He's controlling the entire production process. He's controlling the other resources. We call that work as what? Entrepreneurship, and that person as what? Entrepreneur. Understood factors of production? Clear? So say me what is factors of production? Factors of production refers to any input which is used in the production process, right? So inputs could be classified under how many headings? 4 headings. What is it? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, right? Okay. So what is land? All natural resources. What is labor? Man-made resource. The efforts of the human. Capital is man-made resources. Entrepreneurship. Sometimes ඉස්කෝලේ එකේ entrepreneurship කියන්නේ ඕන. Entrepreneurship කියන්නේ ඕන නෙවෙයි. Entrepreneur තමයි ඕන. Entrepreneurship කියලා කියන්නේ what he does. මොනවද කරන්නේ? He will control other resource. Labor will get salary no guys, okay? Will owner get salary? මෙයාට පඩියක් ලැබෙන්නේ. මෙයාට පඩි ලැබෙන්නේ මොනවද ලැබෙන්නේ? Profit or loss. That's why we say entrepreneurs normally would bear risk. Is it clear? So in your tute you all see I have given a note there. බලන්න. Check the tute. What is it? Yes. The heading is what? Factors of production. Factors of production refers to all inputs / resources. Highlight the word or underline. All inputs / resources, right? Don't write it, it's there in the tute, right? Okay, right? Resources which are used in the production process. These production factors could be mainly classified into the following headings. Ne me heading එකේ දාන්න පුළුවන්ලු. Same guys. What are the headings? What are land? Write down the 4 headings. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, right? Land, labor, capital, and the other word is what? Entrepreneurship. Right, you all have space here, no? In front of the word land, you all write down. In front of the word land, you all write down. Okay? Write down. All natural resources. All natural resources used as input, used as input in the production process. All natural resources used as input in the production process. All natural resources used as input in the production process. Right. Right. Next one. For labor, what I going to write, guys? Okay, I going to write this refers to people who are working. No, what is it? What you all write? The mental and physical effort. The mental in front of labor, you write the mental and physical effort of humans, of humans of humans used in the production process, used in the production process. Used in the production process. Next one. Next one. What is meant by capital, guys? You all itself say me the note then. What I going to write? Capital can all man-made resources used as input in production process. For capital you write all man-made resources used in the production process. All man-made resources used in the production process. Finally, for entrepreneurship you all write this refers to this refers to this refers to the process of this refers to the process of organizing the process of organizing and controlling organizing and controlling organizing and controlling all other resources all other resources all other resources of the business of the business. Right. So last week also I gave you all questions in your writing books. You all remember? In your writing books I gave you all homework ekkut dunnane nadda ne? No. Right, okay. So in your writing book we I gave a question, no? No? Nothing? We wrote nothing? What is it? Activity 3, no? Alright. In your writing books you all write down. In your writing books. Heading writing book again. Now you all wrote in your writing book. What is it? Because all the notes will be in the tute, 1 or 2 notes, or else some question answers will be in your writing book. So you wrote chapter 1. What is it? Background of business. And I think we answered in your textbook activity number 3, right? In your tutes you all have the past paper questions also, right? Right. So we answered this, no? Right. So you all write down here, right? Take it as a question. Okay, take it as a question, right? Okay, list out the functions of an entrepreneur. List out the functions of an entrepreneur. List out the functions of an entrepreneur. How to spell entrepreneur? entrepreneur. This is actually a French word. That's why the pronunciation is such, right? Okay, you can say entrepreneur also, right? List out some of the functions of entrepreneur. So entrepreneur, guys listen. entrepreneur ke තේරුම බලාගන්න. You all know who is that person? He is the person who what? Organizes and controls the resource. Now contract ගැන හිතන්න යා තමයි control කරන්නේ. අන්තිමට ඇවිල්ලා ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා plan එක වගේ හැදුවේ නැත්නම් බැනුම් අහන්නේ බාස් උනේද contract ද ඕන මේ ගේ අයිතිකාරයාගෙන්. Who will get scolded? The contractor or the boss, guys? Contractor. බාස් උනේ පඩි අරන් ඒ contractor තමයි බැනුම් ආයේ මේ මෙයාට දෙන්න හොඳ නැහැ හරියට කරලා නැහැ, right? Okay, so we will see what are some functions, guys. You all write the answer also, right? Okay, these are some of the functions, right? Okay, so he always, guys, innovates. Number one, you all right? What is it? Innovates. What is the function? Entrepreneur හැම වෙලේම, guys, okay, innovate කරනවා. What is innovate? You all know the meaning. Innovate කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අලුත් දෙයක් නිර්මාණය කරනවා. That means ඒගොල්ලෝ මොකද්ද? They do something new. So you all can write here creating novelties. Novelties කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? New productions, right? Okay, so creating novelties. So the meaning of innovates කියලා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Creating novelties. NOVELITIES. Novelties කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අලුත් දෙයක් නිර්මාණය කරන එක, right? Number 2, guys, okay? Number 2, bears risks, guys. අනිවාර්ය risk එකක් ගන්න බය නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලන් risk ගන්නවා, right? Number 3, finds new business opportunities. For you, right? Controls other resources. Controls other resources. So in the exam, if they ask from you all, entrepreneur කෙනෙක් මොනවද කරන්නේ? එයා හැම වෙලේම he will always think something new, guys. අලුත් දෙයක් කරන්න බලනවා, right? Okay, that's why, guys, sometimes when you go and when you want to like find a chef for your wedding function එකකට හරි කෝකි කියන්නේනේ, he will say බය වෙන්න එපා මම රහට හදලා දෙන්නම් වෙන කවුරුත් හදලා දීලා නැතුව වගේ. එයා හැම වෙලේම බලන්නේ මොකද්ද? To do something new. Construction, you will go for a contract and say හැමෝම ගෙවල් හදලා වගේ හදනවා වැඩක් නැහැනේ. එයා කියේ මම ඕගොල්ලන්ට වෙනම ඩිසයින් එකක් හදලා දෙන්නම් කොහෙවත් නැති ඩිසයින් එකක්. That is only we call it as what? Innovate. And sometimes, guys, අලුතින් එන දෙයක්, no, if it's new, customers will not like sometimes. මේක වැඩක් නැහැ, guys. So there is bears, but, guys, risk එකක් තියෙනවා. Normal businessman is afraid to take risk, guys. බයයි. Loss යයිද? මෙයා risk එකක් ගන්න බය නැහැ. Bears risk. Next one, what, guys? He always try to find what, guys? New business opportunity. අලුතින් business මොන හරි opportunity කරන් කරන්න බලනවා. And last one is what? Controls other business resources. Understood, guys? Okay, right? Take another question there. In that itself, take another question in your writing book, right? Right? Illustrate the production process using a simple diagram. Illustrate the production process using a simple diagram. So you all know what's the production process? Input, process, and output. using a simple diagram, right? So inputs වලට මොනවද කියන්නේ අපි? What do we call the inputs? You all know now. මොනවද කියන්නේ inputs වලට? We call it as what? Factors of production. Output වලට අපි කියනවා, there's a common term. We use the word what, you know guys? Okay, we use the word product. If you don't know what is product, I'll write example. What is it? Goods and services. Now in A-level business studies, for this business process, we write marketing, finance, human resource gala, O-level business process ita liyanna one naha, right? So they will ask you in chapter 1 question like this: explain how to prepare a, ඒ කියන්නේ O level මං කියන්නේ. Now A level means totally we studied different ways. May how to prepare a mango juice, guys. So input is what you will say. Input is mango, higher blender ne, ඒක හදාන්න එක්කෙනෙක් ඕනේ. Process is what, guys? Okay, cutting the mango, washing the mango, cutting the mango, no, peeling the mango, blending the mango, adding sugar, and then what, we have the mango juice. Is it clear? So this is a simple production process chart. Right, so the next thing you all see, next one, page number 3 එකේ තියෙන බලන්න, right? Right, take this down. ඒක zoom. Right, so I'll see next page, guys. Okay, in your tute. Right, what is the heading, guys? Criteria used to classify a business. Business එකක් ඇවිල්ලා headings කීයක් යටතේ දාන්න පුළුවන්ද? Now if I take, guys, okay, I can, students, how can I classify, guys? As male and female. If not, I can classify as what? Government school students and international school. If not, I can take your religion. Hindu the, Buddhist the, Islam the, Christian the gala. I නැත්තම් are you within Kandy or out of Kandy? නැත්තම් උසද කොටද මහතද කෙට්ටුද කන්නාඩි දාලාද කන්නාඩි දාලා නැද්ද? So we can classify students also in various criteria, no? Our business also we can classify using how many criteria? බලන්න, I have given how many criteria? 6 criteria, but the last one is highlighted. No, can you see why last one is highlighted? In your chapter 1 O level business studies grade 10, you only study about that. Is it clear? So but I'm giving you how many criteria there? 6 criteria. You all right there? So again, say what is the meaning of the criteria used to classify a business, guys? එක business එකක් headings කීයක් යටතේ අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන්ද? Is it clear? Right, so I'll write down a particular business, a particular business, a particular business, a particular business could be classified, a particular business could be classified, could be classified under various criteria slash basis, under various under various criteria slash basis, right? Full stop. The following are The following are the main criterias. The following are the main criterias used to classify a business. The following are the main criteria used to classify a business. Right. So look at these boys. Alaganda. Six given no. Listen to this. Right. First of all, guys, look at this. The criteria is based on what? Based on ownership. Ownership එක දෙකක් දාන්න පුළුවන් guys. One is we call what? Private sector. Other one is what? Government sector. Do you all agree? Take food city. Food city is what? Private sector or government sector? Private sector. Can put under whether it's private. Now if I take, like we'll take your school, Springfield. Ne? Private the government. Private. The area like what's your school? Private or government? Private. Ne? හැබැයි government එකත් එක්කම නැද්ද? Semi government වගේ නෑ. Now if I take Kingswood ගමු අපි. Kingswood College government. Yes or no? නැත්නම් අපි ගමු මේ like මේ take another international school අපි vision වගේ ගමු. එතන මොකක්ද ඒකත්? Private guys. So we can put a business food city private. If I take Satosa, දැන් ඕගලන්ට දාන්න ඕගලන්ගේ knowledge එක ගන්නවා Satosa මොකක්ද? ඒක government. BOC bank එක government. Ceylon bank එක private guys. So one criteria is what guys? Ownership. Ownership එක ඇතුළත කීයක් තියෙනවද? Private sector and government. තව එකක් තියෙනවා බලා ගන්න. What is it? Based on another criteria is what? Motive. What is motive? Whether it is yes, profit motive or what? Non-profit motive. I'll take your school again. Springfield, profit motive or non-profit motive? Profit motive. Ne? International school කරනවද අපි එච්චර fees රුපියල් 500යි fees ගන්න එහෙම ඉන්නවද international school? Nah guys. ඒක government school motive is what? Non-profit. So businesses could be classified as motive also. The other one is you all know, very simple. Here look. Scale. Small and medium scale. And we have large scale. Now if I take Sussex College ගමුනේ. Sussex College එක ඇවිල්ලා small scale ද large scale ද? branches එම ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. What scale? Large scale නේ. Now මෙතන international school එකක් මම ගත්තා නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ small scale එකයි. පොඩි ඉස්කෝල ළමයි 200යි 300යි තියෙන්නේ. Right? So you can put a business. Now take IMS is what? Small scale or large scale? If you compare to other institutes, IMS is what? Small or large guys? කාමර 27ක් තියෙනවා මේ hall නේ. So it's like what? Large scale. No, compared to other institutes, no? You might be going for classes for somewhere else also, no? Compared to this is what guys? Large scale likewise. තව එකක් තියෙනවා guys, okay? Based on nature of production. Nature of production. In that we have primary, so other word is what? Secondary. And the other word is, I'll write the word here. Now you might say මේ ඔක්කොම අපේ textbook එකේ නෑ කියලා මාත් දන්නවා. හැබැයි මේක business studies එකේ තියෙනවා. Right? Okay, they will check your knowledge on this one or two questions. So I'll just teach you this. I'll say what is primary, secondary and tertiary. Look, first, second and third. Now for example, let's say guys, okay, you all know Samantin. විකුණන්නේ කවුද? Food city විකුණන්නේ? Food city selling, no? Are they making? Are they making for 17, 15? හදන එක්කෙනා අපේ මොකද්ද? Secondary. If you manufacture, we call it as what? Secondary. හැබැයි 15 හදන්න, first of all, what you know, you take the fish from the sea or the river. Sea වලින් ගන්න guys, okay නේ? That is known as what? Primary. I'll make it very simple, okay? Take, make, sell. Take, make and sell. If you take anything from the natural resource, we call it as what? Primary. If you take anything from the natural resource. For example, I'll say like fishing comes under what? Primary. Making salmon team is not primary. It is what? Secondary. Then selling? Tertiary. Now I'm teaching, no. Am I taking anything from the nature? Am I producing a good here? Then I am also into what, guys? Tertiary. This is not your exam focus. Is it clear? Make any ne, right? Habai one or two questions you may get. Is it clear? Is call exam so that make it textbook ne. Then there is another one, guys. You don't want to know about this. What is it? Based on sectors. So here we write agriculture, industrial and service sector. But this one, even I'm not going to talk about this. Why? I don't know whether you have heard all these stuffs. Central Bank of Sri Lanka කියලා අහලා තිනවද? අහලා තිනවද? Central Bank of Sri Lanka, මහා බැංකුව. Central Bank of Sri Lanka, they classify the businesses under 49 headings. The main headings are what? Agriculture, industrial and service. For your standard, now in business studies and all, we go deep into this. A level. O level standard, your grade 10 no? මේකයි සමානයි වගේ. Is it clear? Primary is like what? Agriculture. Secondary is what? Industrial. Tertiary is like what? Service. For your standard, okay? Right. Again, say me, what are we learning, guys? How many ways we can classify one business? I will take IMS. Ownership, private or government? IMS. Private. Motive, profit or non-profit? Profit. Scale, small and medium or large scale? Large scale. Nature of production, primary, secondary or tertiary? Are they taking anything from the nature? No. Are they producing a good? No. Then what is it? Service කියන්නේ like tertiary. කවුරු හෙවුණා? නව මොකද්ද tertiary එකට තව නමක් මොකද්ද? Service. Is it clear? Like, so sectors, service. I'll write this in black marker, guys, because in your textbook they give only this. That's why this is highlighted. This is based on nature of product. එහෙමත් නැත්තම් බලන්න ඕගොල්ලන් බලයි අඩේ මාර simple ගාලා nature of what? Output. So I'll take you all like this here. මෙතනට ගන්න බලන්න මේ nature of output. What are the two outputs? Right, okay. Output. Say me, what are the types of output? Goods, services. That's what in your first chapter they teach like this. You look. Goods producing business. Goods producing business. Other one is what? Service providing business. Do you all understand why they teach you this in O level? ගොඩක් තියෙනවා, but in O level they say the nature of product or nature of output. What is output? What are the main output here? Goods and so what are the two businesses you all know? Goods producing business and service providing business. Another name for goods they will use in the exam, instead of the word goods they will use the word what? Commodity producing business. Commodity, you produce something. Then may market produce karne ka villa, we call it as what? Goods producing business. Food city, are they producing goods or selling? So they are what produce? They are what? Service. They don't. Food city is selling goods. They don't produce goods, no. Bakery. They produce bread and bun. No. Then what is it? Goods producing business. Then education institute. Goods the service. The service. Understood or no? Right. Again, say me. Look, this topic is also done. Here, look. Now the one more topic to complete the first chapter. What is this one, guys? How many ways we can classify a business? How many ways you all know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you don't want to focus on this. But we will write this. We'll focus only on what? This one. Nature of product or output. What are the two outputs you all know? One is goods, one is service. So goods producing business are there, or goods manufacturing business and service providing business. Take this down quickly. Pause करो मुने मेतन डा okay, so you all know, even though I have given you all this, your exam focus will be what? Nature of product or output. One is goods producing business, other one is service providing business. So I have less space for you all there in the page itself. Write down under goods manufacturing business. You all right? These are the businesses. These are the businesses. These are the businesses which involve. These are the businesses which involve These are the businesses which involve in producing tangible outputs, in producing tangible outputs, tangible outputs in order to fulfill customers' needs and wants. In order to fulfill customers' needs and wants. How to fulfill customers' need. Example bakery. Example bakery. Comma. Furniture manufacturing business. Furniture manufacturing business. Comma. Comma. We can say like stationery manufacturing business. Within bracket you can write Atlas. No, Atlas you all know that it's a business. No, I can see the books you all have is also Atlas. So Atlas comes under service or goods, guys. They are selling items, tangible items. No, so goods, right? Stationery manufacturing business. Onnang Atlas kila. So you know, right? Very simple one. Now guys listen, a broker is doing what, guys? Goods manufacturing. Yeah, I get service can at the actually middleman, but look for your understanding right now service. Then guys, if I say some of them think may it was a supermarket goods ne. They don't produce goods, no, they sell. So trade, wholesale, retail trade, that comes under which category? Service. Is it clear? Wholesale trade, retail trade can have goods the service. The answer is what? They are selling goods, but the business is what type? Service. Why? They don't produce goods. Here we use the word goods producing or what? Manufacturing. Is it clear? I am involved in what? Service. Is it clear? Even though I'm going to give you all this, I'm going to write using the marker, or I'm going to give you the, I don't produce anything. Is it clear? So for the service you all write down. Service providing business. I'll write down. Right? I'll write down. Service providing business lender. These are the businesses. These are the businesses which involve in a certain process or activity certain process or activity which is rendered to fulfill the customer needs and wants. Example, teaching, business, comma, transport. Then guys, ඔයගොල්ලන් බස් එකේ යද්දී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒගොල්ලන් මොනවද සර්විස් එකක් දෙන්නේ. They don't give you a good no. ඒගොල්ලන්ට සර්විස් එකක් දෙන්නේ. They take you from one place to another. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට good එකක් sell දෙන්නේ නැහැ. They don't produce a good, right? They produce what? Service, transport, comma, communication. Next one, comma, wholesale trade, retail trade, wholesale trade, comma, retail trade, wholesale. We'll study what is now your seniors are doing. Their chapter 1 is what? Wholesale retail trade. The first chapter is trade and supporting sales, right? So wholesale trade, insurance, etc. Insurance, etc. So you all understood this one, guys, Right, so we have only one more area. What do we call that, guys? One more area, what is it? We have stakeholders. So probably, guys, okay, we'll expect some more also in next class. So I have, shall I add that number? No, I'll add your numbers which is there in the group, and I will just share a post, just share it with others, right? Okay, right, for today is enough, right? Okay, right. So next class we are starting chapter number 2 after completing what? Stakeholders, right? We are completing stakeholders and starting chapter number 2 next class, right? Okay, now